Subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon, to never miss a video from us. Hi everyone, in this video we will discuss on how you can prepare for Microsoft Azure Security Technologies. Microsoft launched the role-based certifications for Microsoft 365 and Azure. Based on your job role and experience, you can choose the certification that suits your profile. If your job is to manage security for Azure, then you can take the exam AZ-500. Microsoft Azure Security Technologies make you certified as a Security Engineer Associate. This exam is a challenging one and makes you go through various business scenarios, which you should read thoroughly, pick the right answer. So let's get started. Here you can see the list of topics we are going to cover in this video. We will start with the basic information required to begin your preparation, and then move on to the study materials and important topics which will help you in your preparation. Key benefits. 1. Protect integrated cloud platforms like Azure workloads from malware, phishing attacks, and other cyber threats. 2. Create automated solutions for threat resolution across various domains, by fusing threat data together for a quick response. 3. Understand security requirements for organizations and provide tailored security solutions, based on the Secure Score report. 4. Implement security strategy, policy designs, long-term vision for the organization within a secure and safe service model. 5. Provide expert consultation for deployment to suit the needs of the organization. 6. Manage and facilitate the integration of security into business and employee profiles. 7. Serve as security liaison to auditors, assessors, and examiners. Get an edge in the job market as a certified Microsoft Azure Security Associate Engineer, with a coveted Microsoft badge. Prerequisites. Azure administrators, candidates interested in expanding their cloud security knowledge, or an M365 engineer wanting to learn about Azure security. Then AZ-500, Microsoft Azure Security Engineer Certification exam is the perfect one to take up. However, if you are a beginner in the field of security or cloud, then we would suggest taking the AZ-100 for Microsoft Azure Administrator Associate or AZ-300 which will be a good start for understanding Azure foundational concepts. No mandatory prerequisite exam before the AZ-500 exam. Exam details. 1. Number of questions are 40 to 60. 2. You will have 150 minutes to complete the AZ-500 exam. In order to pass this exam, you will need a minimum score of 70% on the overall exam, and a minimum score of 35% on each exam domain. 3. AZ-500 certification will cost you $165 including the additional taxes. 4. Exam will contain one or more case study with multiple questions, including multiple choices and drag-and-drop items. Exam pattern. 1. Single choice questions which may not be skipped or reviewed. You only get to answer these questions once. 2. Single choice questions, true or false, or yes or no. 3. Multiple choice questions. 4. Arrange in the correct sequence questions. Course outline. 1. Manage identity and access, which comprises of 30 to 35% weightage in exam. 2. Implement platform protection, which comprises of 15 to 20% weightage in exam. 3. Manage security operations, which comprises of 25 to 30% weightage in exam. 4. Secure data and applications, which comprises of 20 to 25% weightage in exam. Tips and tricks. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, Microsoft has removed the hands-on labs from the exam. However, it may be revoked at any point in the future. To crack the exam, it is highly recommended to go through the hands-on labs to understand how to implement solutions in Azure. A great amount of focus is given to the identity services, which includes authentication and authorization mechanisms, working with Azure Active Directory, how to configure PIM, conditional access policies, identity protection, MFA, and SSPR. Also, questions come from Azure Active Directory Connect. It is important to know that a lot of emphasis is given to the networking concepts and how to secure Azure workloads using VNets, subnets, bastion host, firewalls, NSGs, DDoS, VNet peering, hub and spoke architecture, VPN, express route, etc. The exam focuses on compute and storage security also. You need to focus on encryption, SSH connectivity options, how to configure JIT, differences between SAS and access keys, and managed identities. Then, You can expect questions in the exam from Microsoft's database offerings on Azure, including Azure SQL, Azure SQL Managed Instances, and Azure Synapse also. One needs to understand the concepts like database auditing, securing database access, different types of database encryption including TDE and always-on encryption, how to configure end-to-end encryption, vulnerability assessment of your databases, and data masking. In the exam, questions come from these topics as well: Azure policies, Azure Blueprint, RBAC, managed identities, application securities, etc. The current exam focuses a lot on Azure Sentinel and Azure Security Center together. As part of your preparation, it is suggested that you go through the Azure Sentinel and Azure Security Center with hands-on lab practice. You can refer test prep training for more information. Study materials and references. 1. Microsoft Learning Path. 2. Microsoft Documentation. 3. Case studies for understanding client requirements. 4. Instructor-led training. For more such videos, subscribe to our channel.